Yoko kay garam bajalam. Garam kabe waka waka. Wal kabe one size ko banyak nak.
Hi everybody. First of all, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of land, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, our 29 other clans within the Sydney region, past and present elders, and our future generation, and say hi to everybody. I've been around Australia several times and I've gone into every community there is in every state, but all their cooking methods are the same. They cook on an open fire, and that's what I learned to do when I was young. I was fortunate enough to grow up on the Nemai and Barwon River in Mulgate. We caught our fish in the river and we threw it on the hot coals. We had some what they called chicken wire then. I didn't know what they called it because I was only very young. And that's what we threw it on, or we wrapped them up in gum leaves and put them on the hot coals and we dug a hole. And that's how we cook.
Next up, we have the Gora dancers. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please put your hands together for the Gora dancers.
Hey, what I mean? Can everyone say what I mean? Nah, louder, what I mean? What I mean? Yeah, what am I doing? I don't know either. Ah, just jokes. Hello, what I mean means hello in my lingo, or we see you. Because being able to see you and your spirit is really, really important to us. I'm going to start with a welcome dance taught to us by Uncle Paul Gordon. It's a really beautiful Nyampa welcome dance. Aboriginal women taught us everything growing up. From the time we were born through to when we're about 13, 14, we go and learn men's business. Women taught us everything. And it's so important to acknowledge that we wouldn't have the strong cultural knowledge that we have without the women in our life. So it's really important. Domestic violence was never an issue culturally because men and women were equal. Women had their law, men had their law. So we need to get back to that, where we're strong, respecting our women, our mothers, our aunties and our sisters, because that's our rightful place. So this dance is done to pay respect to those beautiful women that have taught us everything, and to the beautiful ladies that are dancing with us. This is the women's dig and stick dance. After we acknowledge the women, it's important we also acknowledge the contributions that Aboriginal men have made to our society. This one here talks about the men going fishing. We go 3 times. Normally we go out first, we come back and we feed our young people and our elders. Because our young people are our future and our elders are our knowledge holders. We come back and we go fishing a 2nd time and we feed the women. And then we go out a 3rd time, we come back, we feed ourselves. We always put our community before ourselves in Aboriginal society. Because when we think of others, sharing is caring. The more we share, the more we care. You see the guys do hand over hand to hand out the food, then they punch the ground, not because they're angry, but because they're getting power and strength from Mother Earth to go out 3 times. This here comes from Pop in Nawatare from Western Australia. And it comes to us on a really big long emu in the sky song line. It's called Garo.
Circular people, we sit in a circle when we're having a meal, or we sit around in a circle when we're talking and having a conversation. I think that's what it is. It's about respecting one another and your values, because we all come from a different background, but we've got to go out there with that respect, no matter which background you come from. And the most important thing is to listen. And I think if we listen and communicate, then it'll be a better world for everybody. With me, I've always learned to listen because that's what my elders taught me. And that's what happened in the very beginning. If the English would have listened to the elders then we wouldn't be in the situation we were in the first place. Even as far as where they could find food and water. Captain Cook's men wouldn't have died and people wouldn't have died from scurvy if they listened to the Aboriginal people. You may not agree with your neighbour, but if you listen, and there's always a way to work it out. Aboriginal people are taught from day one that we have to look after one another and care for one another and care for Mother Earth and care for our next generation. But there has been big changes and we adapt. Aboriginal people will always adapt to whatever situation, because that's who we are.
Welcome to this area. People of all directions. Kayan man marangay. Jagon ngun go. Now when you leave, may our spirit stay with you.